Follow me, a Malaysian Chinese to Salzburg, Austria. If you haven't seen my previous Europe trip videos, do check my channel. Let's see what Mozart's hometown looks like, what kind of scenery will we see. The video is a little long, so feel free to save it and watch the video when you are free. I'm really excited to be at the background of Sound of Music movie. Early morning from Venice. If you've seen my previous Venice video, train ride from Venice to Salzburg was so scenic. First thing I did after arriving is getting a taxi to the hotel. So after a 5-hour plus train ride, we're really tired and it's not that early anymore. The plan today, have dinner, buy some groceries and rest well before tomorrow. When we reached the hotel, there was some issues. I booked and paid for the hotel on a third-party app. This hotel does not have any workers or check-in counters. You kind of just key in the passcode provided in your email and enter yourself. Problem is, there was no passcode sent to me via the third-party app, so I thought no biggie, we could use the communicator in front or just call, right? But nope, the communicator on the wall doesn't work, and I tried calling multiple phone number I can find from the web, but none of it is going through. I then called trip.com, which is the app I booked from. They tried contacting the hotel first thing too. While trip.com is contacting them, I tried to find more phone numbers online again and found a number that actually is working. We were cold and tired at this point, but luckily they gave me a passcode and I managed to enter. I got to say I'm quite happy with how trip.com handled this. They couldn't actually get to them, so they offered full refund with extra cash voucher and wanted to help us book a new hotel ASAP, but I told them I got in, so they offered to refund 40% of the payment. Despite some small hiccups, I kind of like this hotel. Clean, comfortable, and probably the most high-tech amongst all the hotels I stayed in this Europe trip. Such an unpleasant thing to happen when you're traveling in a completely new country. I think we were out in the cold for maybe half an hour. Can't wait to go into our room, sit in the bed for some rest before dinner. Finally, a smart TV where I can connect to my phone and watch videos. I really think a lot of hotels should upgrade to smart TV, or at least the system. After a short rest, we decided to visit the supermarket to buy some snacks and then go to dinner. I was actually quite surprised with the prices of the supermarket here. It's a lot more affordable than what I thought, especially dairy products. The prices of cheese is so affordable compared to where I come from, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. If I were to fly back to KL after this, I would have bought a lot of cheese. Brie cheese for €1.99, that's cheap. I bought this brie back to the hotel. It was pretty good too. I took videos of the prices and groceries for those who are curious, and I'm surprised people here speak good English, and the cashier was pretty nice. Started walking towards this restaurant that I saw online that had good reviews. I didn't take videos, but turns out the restaurant was fully booked till next week. Well, life goes on. We were too tired to actually find another restaurant, so there was this pizza shop nearby and I just decided to buy some takeaway dinner and eat in the hotel. And this was kind of cute. The owner didn't speak much English, so he asked this other guy, which I assume is his friend and customer. Though we weren't able to communicate much, it was a pleasant encounter filled with laughter. I ordered a Austrian fried chicken and pizza. The fried chicken was good, but pizza was just so. We waited for around 25 minutes for our takeaway to be ready. Well, a little long for Malaysian standards. And then I ordered a Bolt car to drop us back to the hotel, as there was no way for us to walk back with our low energy. The next day, we woke up early and headed to the hotel's restaurant. I wasn't sure if hotel breakfast was included, so I inquired the staff, and nope, breakfast is not included. If I had to pay for breakfast, then I'd rather head out to some local place to eat. This town gives me a feeling of peace and serenity. Sun is out. Weather is great. It's not like a crazy big town and everywhere is kind of walkable. The sun is kind of strong today, but weather is cold. Today, besides Mirabell Palace Garden and going to Mozart Cafe to have a dessert, there's really no prior plans. I enjoy traveling without a lot of crazy planning. Just go wherever we want and see where it brings us. But yeah, Mirabell Palace is a must. I can't wait to see scenes and Sound of Music in real life, plus it's free. There's really so many beautiful gardens in Salzburg, so Yeah, it's taking a while to reach Mirabell Palace since I'm constantly stopping to look at the beautiful gardens and plants.
So we are here and it's free to walk in the garden.
This is the entrance to Mirabell Palace, and shout out to this gentleman for patiently explaining to us where to go and where to see what. In the Pegasus Fountain at Mirabell Palace is one of the garden's most iconic landmarks. Built in 1913, this bronze sculpture of a winged horse symbolizes strength and freedom. Surrounded by the symmetrical Baroque gardens, it creates a truly elegant and enchanting atmosphere. The fountain also appeared in the classic movie The Sound of Music, making it a must-visit spot for many travelers. The gardens of Mirabell Palace are a stunning example of Baroque landscape architecture designed to embody harmony, elegance, and artistic perfection. Originally created in the early 18th century, these gardens were part of the grand vision of Prince Archbishop Franz Anton Harrach, who wanted a space that reflected the power and sophistication of Salzburg. As you walk through, you'll notice the perfectly symmetrical flower beds, neatly trimmed hedges, and statues of Greek and Roman mythology, each telling a story of gods, heroes, and legends from the past. These sculptures were carefully placed to create a sense of balance, leading the eye toward the breathtaking centerpiece of the garden, the Pegasus Fountain. This striking bronze sculpture of a winged horse, added in 1913, symbolizes strength, freedom, and the soaring ambitions of the era. Beyond the fountain, the garden opens up to one of the most spectacular views in Salzburg. In the distance, the Hohensalzburg fortress stands tall against the sky, creating a picture-perfect scene that feels almost like a fairy tale. This magnificent setting, with its elegant staircases and sweeping walkways, has made Mirabell Gardens a favorite spot for both locals and visitors alike. But what truly made these gardens world famous was their appearance in the classic film The Sound of Music. Many will recognize the Grand Do Re Mi staircase. After the Mirabell Gardens, I am really thirsty and hungry.
It's very sunny here and I'm very thirsty. I see this place, they might sell coffee and bread. Let's see.
I don't really like instant coffee, so yeah, next place.
So, I don't like that they serve like those instant machine-made coffees. We're gonna move on, look for another place.
So my mom suggested that we should just go for lunch directly, and my mom wants some Chinese food, so I found a place nearby, a famous local shopping district, which is great. We can do some shopping after that. Luckily today, the weather is great and air is fresh.
Walking is so not for me, but the view is beautiful.
We reached the district and I realized there is so many of this type of Mozart chocolate. I did buy some as souvenir too. We're hungry and tired, but I noticed this cute alley, and yeah, I had to see for myself what is in this alley. I was right. Isn't this such a cute shopping alley? And we found this cute dessert place in this alley. I wanted to come here after lunch, but I'm not sure why we just couldn't find this place after lunch. Moving on, we're still on our way to the Chinese restaurant, but I keep getting distracted with all these shops. I guess, well, lunch can wait. There is so much of chocolates everywhere. Do people here love chocolate so much? Or maybe the tourist loves buying chocolate? I mean, just look at this. Chocolates upon chocolates, more chocolates. Yeah, I did buy some as souvenirs, and yes, I love chocolate too. When I was shopping for chocolate, I made sure what I'm buying is local. I mean, there's no point buying another country's product when I want local souvenirs, right? We picked up some souvenirs from this shop and made payment. It's funny because up till now, we're still not at lunch. I'm still distracted. This looks like another interesting alleyway. Found this adorable Christmas shop. They sell Christmas gifts and decorations. This is absolutely adorable and such good vibes. I can imagine that if I come to Salzburg on Christmas or December, the town must be pretty festive. They sell handcrafted Christmas goods here. I mean, just look at these cutesy Christmas stuff, so cute. We're finally here at the Chinese restaurant. It felt like home when I saw nasi goreng, which means fried rice in Malay. But what is it doing in a Chinese restaurant?
And one crispy beef.
Yeah, green chili.
Oh, it's in 1 cup, right?
Oh,
it's
for each person.
Oh, okay. Now, can I just have a cappuccino for me?
Cappuccino?
Ordered a cup of latte, and I gotta say, Austria has quite good coffee. Way better than France. Even a Chinese restaurant can serve a good cup of latte. My mom wanted tea. The food here was really good, and honestly, it tastes very familiar, like Malaysian Chinese food. And this black dark sauce, very Malaysian. I have reason to believe that this shop is run by Malaysian, but I didn't manage to find out because the staff was super busy when we were there. After food, finally we have more energy to continue shopping and walking around. There are so many snack souvenir shops here, and while we were here, the shopkeeper lady didn't allow us to film, where you can see she shakes her head. We respect that, but I'm really curious the reason behind this store's no filming policy. There's a lot to see here, so we kept exploring, and I bought even more souvenirs and yay, maybe snacks for myself too. We shopped a little more and explored more, but I was getting tired and needed some dessert. And oh, look at all these cute handcrafted products. The plan is to explore a few shops and then head to Mozart Cafe to have this souffle dessert that they have. So finally we're heading to find Mozart Cafe. I know it's somewhere around, but not exactly sure where. I hope it's not too far away. We found Café Mozart. Luckily, there's not too many people, so we don't have to line up. The cafe does look a little dated, but the cakes looks good actually. But their signature is this souffle egg cake, which is also recommended by the staff. Honestly, I didn't really like it, but my mom was okay with it. Maybe personally, I don't like desserts that taste too eggy. After dessert, I felt like I have more energy, and we continued walking a little more. We went to a few more shops and bought a little bit more souvenirs. Isn't this view just so gorgeous? Before leaving this shopping district, we went to the pharmacy and supermarket to buy some snacks for later. After all of that, we decided to walk back to the hotel and get some rest before going out for dinner tonight. There's a lot of people lining up. I wonder what this is. I thought this view was so beautiful when I saw it, but I feel like the camera is not doing justice for this view though. I enjoyed our walks in Salzburg, peaceful indeed. Just look at the view along our walks. This riverbank, such a great evening walk. If I lived here, I'll probably do a run every day. And after walking for like 20 minutes, we're finally near our hotel. We did a quick rest in the hotel room and I changed my clothes. We were chilling at the hotel's lower floor garden. There were tables and chairs for guests to sit. I was just chilling here, resting, looking at the beautiful garden flowers, checking on my phone where I can have good dinner. We actually went for dinner after this, but didn't bring our cameras. A wonderful day indeed. I'll try to have a good rest tonight as we are heading to Vienna early in the morning. The next morning we dragged our luggage and walked to the station. It was like a 15 minutes walk, but again the weather was great. We did go to the station earlier just in case if anything goes wrong, because on trip trains already went wrong twice. And it was the right decision. When I reached there, I couldn't find our train's detail on the board, so I asked the staff and they were like, your train doesn't exist. I was like, what? What does it mean our train don't exist when we paid for them online? Went to the counter and staff said there might be a mistake with the system, however we will still be able to board just at a different timing. We did manage to board at an earlier time, and we found a seat next to the luggage, which is great so we can keep an eye on them. I bought a coffee from the train's Rooster car. Thanks for following my journey. I'll see you in Vienna in our next video.